know that somebody on the other side of this screen are like easy for you to say or fuck you. And like, I'm so empathetic to that, but it's still the truth.
In a lot of your rants, you're, waiting for the world to crash and you're going to come around. Is this part of that, or is it like a different level
I
now? Because the
mean,
whole world's on
I,
point.
yeah, look, I thought the world would crash because a lot of people weren't saving money, were over leveraged, valuations were through the roof, the market had
Right.
doubled. I thought a lot of people were building businesses that were not sustainable. This is not even close to something that I thought would happen. Or, I mean, I don't know how many people could have ever imagined something of this nature. So I'll be
Right.
honest with you. I've been seeing a lot of tweets and a lot of people hit me up of like, oh, this is what you've been waiting for. And I'm still in a place where I'm still more worried about people staying alive and people
Right.
being thoughtful about staying home and quarantining and not taking shit for granted. And whether the numbers come out at the end of this of it was this bad or not this bad or how bad, this is the right everyone's a tough guy until their grandmother dies. I think people who have a simplicity mindset, like, listen, bro, there's a lot of people that are scared right now. Like, they're going to lose their businesses, they're going to lose their jobs. Like, I hate saying things like keep things in perspective, just be grateful, when I know that somebody on the other side of this screen are like easy for you to say or fuck you. And like, I'm so empathetic to that, but it's still the truth. I know that somebody on the other side of this screen are like easy for you to say or fuck you. And like, I'm so empathetic to that, but it's still the truth.
In a lot of your rants, you're, waiting for the world to crash and you're going to come around. Is this part of that, or is it like a different level?
Where do you see, like, what do you think people are gonna like? The world is gonna take from this COVID-19 crisis. What do you think it's gonna?
I think people are going to learn how to save money for a rainy day. I think people just went super on tilt, just not saving at all, just buying dumb shit, things they can't afford. Just for what? Like, this is something I've been on for a minute, as you know. And,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
so I'm hoping people become bigger savers. And I hope people are grateful, right? Because, we're in America, we're not even at the kind of like at that stage yet where I think it gets even, I think the next couple of weeks are going to be, next 2, 3 weeks are going to be really intense, and we're all going
Yeah,
to, be affected in different ways where people we know are sick and scary moments. And unfortunately, there'll be people out there that are watching right now that are going to lose a loved one. And so I think people are still we're still not all the way there yet. And so I think there'll be a lot of lessons learned, and humility. I hope humility and gratitude um, become huge factors for people. And I also hope that people understand that like other people's judgment doesn't matter. Like, people that are gonna have to sell their homes or rent shittier apartments or
yeah, yeah.
or give
Downscale.
back, you know, turn in their BMW for a Honda. Like, people are gonna go through it, and once you live a life of gratitude and humility, like, it's easy to navigate. Unfortunately, most people are built on insecurity right now, um, and I hope that this is a time where people get empathetic for each other and help. And so, that's that.
Awesome, man. Thank you for your time. Have a
You
good one.
got it. All right, brother. Take care.
You too. Where do you see, like, what do you think people are gonna like? The world is gonna take from this COVID-19 crisis. What do you think it's gonna?
I think people are going to learn how to save money for a rainy day. I think people just went super on tilt, just not saving at all, just I know that somebody on the other side of this screen are like easy for you to say or fuck you. And like, I'm so empathetic to that, but it's still the truth.
In a lot of your rants, you're, waiting for the world to crash and you're going to come around. Is this part of that, or is it like a different level?
don't be mad. Don't be sad that you're stuck in the home. Be grateful that you're alive during a time where the internet is available, this cell phone is available, because this quarantine could have happened 25 years ago and you could have been sitting without a phone. Don't be sad, be grateful. Don't dwell, do. Don't complain, create. We got this. I think the coronavirus has caused us all to be into one huge virtual campfire.
You saw my question, so I sell restaurant point of sale software. So I help restaurant owners, make their businesses more efficient, help them run their business, grow their sales and so forth. And with this shutdown, man, it's just affecting all of them. And so I'm just curious as to what ideas you might have for them to help them through it.
I mean, for them, they've got to re-engineer their infrastructure to be able to do local delivery, or if they've got the savings to weather the 125, 100, this could be for restaurants and public places. You could be looking at, 3/4 of a year, because even when we open back up, I think there's going to be hesitation from, it's going to be a little while for public places to get all the way back, because even if we open up in 3 months, I know my mom and, other people that are like, kind of scared are going to be a little less excited about going, there'll be a whole group of that couldn't wait to go out. So there'll be that pent up, but it could be a little while before it gets to even Steven. So I think there's two things. One, they've got to innovate, and they've got to innovate in two ways, either from a branding standpoint or from an operational standpoint. Either they build out significant delivery infrastructure, so it's not only the ability to have DoorDash or Uber Eats or, seamless pickup from them. It's also the ability to have the capabilities of prepping those meals and things of that nature. But it's also building up awareness in marketing so that people choose their restaurant versus a different one. And number two, I think they need to make content. If I owned a restaurant right now, I'd be in my restaurant by myself, and I would literally if I was a owner chef, I would literally make a video of every single dish we have on the menu and show how I make it, why I invented it. And most likely I wouldn't have invented it. I would say, all right, here's our cheeseburger. Obviously we need a cheeseburger because we fucking sell cheeseburgers all day long. Here's how we think about it. Here's the stove I chose. We don't clean it. That's the top. How people like to do that with the grill. That gives it the extra flavors. I'm big on tomatoes. I pick up my tomatoes from Cal. Hey, Cal, big shout out. And Cal, I know you're struggling out there. I love you, brother. Like, I think people have to tell their story. I think that, then I would go to my bar and literally be the, mixologist and explain every drink we make. This is the time to tell your story. I would make 50 to 100 videos of why we started the restaurant, how long we've been here, how I negotiated the lease, my favorite customers, war stories, classic stories, every dish. Like, this is the time to tell the world your story. I think of it right now as this. I think the coronavirus has caused us all to be into one huge virtual campfire in the fucking 1300s. So we need to go around and tell each other our stories, which is what we used to do. Pre-television, pre-fucking everything, radio. We used to sit around and tell fucking stories from the fucking heart and from the brain. And I think every small business right now needs to tell their story, why they started their business, how they started their business, war stories, AKA bad things that have happened, hero stories, AKA great things that happened, and then go in the detail of their business. I would walk around my fucking restaurant and be like, here's why we picked these chairs. I didn't have any fucking money. I bought them at a garage sale. Oh, this sign came from, tell the world your story in the form of 50 videos. The end. I think everybody should do that. I think the coronavirus has caused us all to be into one huge virtual campfire.
You saw my question, so I sell restaurant point of sale software. So I help restaurant owners, make their businesses more efficient, help them run their business.
I think the coronavirus has caused us all to be into one huge virtual campfire.
You saw my question, so I sell restaurant point of sale software. So I help restaurant owners, make their businesses more efficient, help them run their business.
So to everyone out there who is transitioning to pretty much homeschool, I want to give y'all some advice. Pretty much at this time, you about to form self-discipline, accountability.